Hello everybody, Iain Robson here. Welcome back to an episode of County Line. So I just noticed that the price of barley is pretty good so far. I think 1,300 per 1,000 liters of barley is actually pretty good. I think 1,400 is about the highest I think I've ever highest I've seen it. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab our semi truck here and load up some barley and go take it over to the shop, to the Berkeley Co-op. Let's go over there, and as we drive around, you'll notice that I have a couple things ready to go already. So right now we're going to sell a load of barley, but we have the John Deere, we have the Massey Ferguson there with the Kuhn wrapper ready to go, and we got the Oliver in the field currently raking the grass there. So we're going to go ahead and make silage bales out of those that field right there, because we want to make a little bit of extra money, which would be nice. Let's go ahead and open these covers up. There we go. We want barley here. And barley. There we go. It's a good price for the barley, so I figured we might as well capitalize on it. Like I said, I don't think I've seen barley higher than that. I think maybe 1,400 is maybe the highest I've seen it so far, which is double the normal price, so it's not too bad. So, like I said, this is just currently waiting to be used on this field over here. We got the Oliver doing its thing. So that's the reason why we're just kind of waiting for that to finish up there. And I filled up this over here with fertilizer now, so it's got enough fertilizer and seed. So it's currently producing some seed for us, which is excellent. Hopefully we're going to have a good chunk of seed at some point in the future. And the cows are okay for the time being. This mower, we should probably sell it because we don't really need it anymore. So for the time being, let's go ahead and set this up. We can always purchase it again if we really want it, but for the time being, let's send it back to the shop here. Let's see, shop sell loop, I believe I'm looking for. Should be down the bottom somewhere. There it is. Oh, shop to, there it is. Hopefully it doesn't get stuck on anything. It shouldn't. All right, that's the first trailer filled up there. Let's fill up the second trailer as well with barley again. Yes, please. Excellent. Alright, so the trailer's done filling up here, so let's go ahead and head over to Berkeley Co-op, I believe is where we're heading to. Which is the one... Which one is that? Oh, that's the one way over there. Alright, let's go take a little journey over there. Verify it's the right place. Yeah, okay. Turn left over here. So taking 88,000 liters of barley to our area. I still can't believe the guy who made this trailer didn't, or fixed this trailer didn't fix that as well. That bugs me. Oh well, say love you, I suppose. Anyways, let's head over there. We'll see how much money we make. Should be a good chunk of change. Ooh, that's why you need to slow down with this trailer around the turns, or this truck. Got a little too excited apparently and went a little bit too fast. I guess what was happening was the truck was actually slowing down faster than the trailers, and that's why it caused it to do that kind of weird whip around there. Anyways, let's get going to the Berkeley Co-op. So I got the fields planted, so all the fields now, I planted the rest of the fields in soybeans and corn, so should have a good harvest once that's said and done. I don't know when it's going to happen, like I said, because we're planting kind of early summer, so it should give us enough time to have for our crops to be all ready to go. But I'm not sure what time in the late autumn when they'll be ready. I'm not sure if it's going to be like, you know, day 8 or day 9, but somewhere in there I imagine it'll be ready. So we'll have to see what happens here. That weird bug's still happening here. It might be because I've been fast forwarding time a little bit. I don't know for certain, but I think it's part of it. So yep, looks like we're gonna get stuck by the train here. Decided I want to go by this exact time. And the interesting part about this map, or the map author, he had decided, or she, I don't know, I'm pretty sure it's a guy, but they decided to add quite a long American style train. This is what you see in Canada a lot too, and United States, I'm assuming, but it's kind of cool. Let's just move forward here a little bit, just in case anybody wants to turn left into that area over there, so they don't cause a traffic jam. Oh, nice, that was quick. Anytime now crossing. There you go. Alright, I believe the Brickville Co-op is right over here. Let's go ahead and drop this off and see how much money we make for this. I'm not sure. So this is 88,000 liters at $1,400 per 1,000 liters. So let's see what happens here. I'm curious. Alright, so for the first trailer we made $59,000, so we're gonna make about 120-ish from this load. It's not too bad, I guess. $120,000 for one load of barley. It's not terrible at all. And let's go ahead and sell this guy here. Kind of outgrown this small little mower for the time being, so let's go ahead and take it over here. See how much money we get for it. Alright. 11, no, not customized. 11,000. Almost might as well just kept that, jeez. Alright. Not too bad. So we made a good chunk of change there. Let's go ahead and do a U-turn here, because I don't know why, but this is the way this particular area is done up, but maybe it's the way I should have done a U-turn around the other way, I don't know, but I always find that particular one a bit strange in comparison to other ones, at least. So alright, back to the farm we go. Alright, just returning the truck back to where we found it. Only gonna do the one load of barley for the time being. We don't really need a whole heap of money, but it was a good price, so it was hard not to do that. So there we go. How's the Oliver doing here? Not too bad. Getting close to being finished. We can probably get into the Mass Ferguson to start baling some of this. There we go. Let's hop into here. So this particular baler actually only needs 140 horsepower, strangely enough. Doesn't need a lot, actually. There we go. And I think I already have it set up so it's automatically unload. The Z, except for 1 second, there we go. Here we go, let's do a little bit of baling here. Make a little bit of silage. Good looking combination, actually, with this Mass Ferguson together with it. Alright. Wonder how this is going to work out. Oh, we do have to stop, that's right. I always forget that fact. Let me just change my GPS here. And we'll increase it to like maybe 10 kilometers an hour. It's one of those bizarre things where I'm like always like, oh right, yeah, we need to slow down and let that bale out. But that's of course due to the fact that I'm completely used to using the course pipe for stuff like this. And that's gonna roll all the way down the field, isn't it? I like this combination together. It looks pretty slick. There we go. Nice. Wonder how many bales we're actually got it here. So the idea eventually is, of course, to have that one field. I think it's field 7. That's going to be the silage field, and that's going to be strictly for the BGA, basically. So we will see how that works out together. And this bale's totally going to run all over the place, isn't it? Gonna get crazy and do all sorts of ridiculous things. Alright, if that's the case, let's do that. Let's do this. And we'll grab our bale trailer, which I believe is up over here anyway, so. And we'll just have it set up so that it follows along behind our Massey Ferguson and picks up the bales. There we go. I think it's in this area over here. If I had to guess, at least. Oh, watch out for the cat. Is it there? Oh yeah, there it is. It's just like in the corner. I'm like, where on earth did I put that thing? It's like tucked away back in here. Look at this. There we go. Alright, looks like we're clear. Good. And what do we have this set up for? Round bales, 1.3 meters. Okay. So if you don't want to set courseplay up to pick up the bales, this is kind of a workaround, if you wish. So you can set it up so. Gonna start collecting the bales. What do we got? That is the right size. Okay, good. So if you want to set this up, what you can do is just have it set to follow me behind this tractor here. Like so. And you want to set it off to the left about 2.5, I would say, something like that. There we go. And then what will happen is that truck will follow behind you and then pick up any bales. And the reason why I'm doing this, because I think the way I have the courseplay course set up is I have it so it does like the up and down the field first and then do the headlands, which is why it's so it looks so bizarre. And I know you're not supposed to do it that way, but it was a quicker way of starting this activity, because I could have waited another 20 or 30 minutes, but then I wouldn't have had time to record, sort of thing. So one of those bizarre scenarios where I'm like, well, I guess I gotta, if I don't start this now, it's not gonna get started at all, sort of thing. So there we go. But normally I would have probably waited for the Oliver to finish completely and then go, but can't win all the time, I suppose. There we go. You can go pretty fast, actually. If you manually control, it's not so bad. There we go, slowing down there a little bit. Excellent. Alright, so I got a few bales done so far. Not too many. Looks like our Oliver's doing the headlands now, so maybe once the headlands are done, we'll switch over to those. Almost. It's so funny because if you go too fast, I find that you can kind of move almost too quickly for for the baler, which is kind of funny. I still think this is faster than doing square bales, wrapping square bales, and depending on the baler you use with square bales, I find that the bales get dropped all over the place. So it takes more time to line up the bale and do all that kind of stuff. So that's why I tend to prefer this method as opposed to square baling all this and just wrapping the square bales. That's just my particular preference, though. The actual content within the bale is the same. So it's still like 4,000 liters, depending no matter whether you use a round baler or a square baler. The only difference is with a square baler, I already have a square baler and a square wrapper. The difference is that I have to deal with all the nonsense of lining up the bales and all that jazz. But it definitely works, just a little annoying sometimes. Nice. Look at that. Looks ridiculous a little bit having that follow me on there, but it works so well. You end up collecting all the bales, you don't have to worry about them all over the place. Makes your life a lot easier, that's for sure. Alright, as I kind of bail up this field, I kind of thinking I might want to upgrade our rake to something just a bit larger, because we're only using like a 9-meter rake. And I feel like we could be a bit more efficient with something a bit bigger. And like, what are our options here? We go from this to 15 meters, and these are 9 meters as well. So they're the same size basically. And then we have the 19-meter one as well. So, and then the hay bob, which is actually supposed to be a tedder, I think, not a. Windrow arranges grass, hay, or straw in windrows, which can be scooped up. Okay, that's bizarre. So this is the next level up, I guess, going to a 13-meter. And we wouldn't use our Oliver for that anymore, basically, because our Oliver is not quite big enough to use that, because it requires 110 horsepower. So we're looking at more. I guess we could use the John Deere, I suppose, or we could use the. Yeah, I guess that's it. The John Deere, and the front loader doesn't have that much horsepower either. So I guess it's one or the other. The John Deere could reuse it, I suppose. I'm sure, honestly, if we put the Oliver on it, it wouldn't make a huge difference, but in reality, it would have trouble on the hills, so maybe something like that. Maybe that's what we'll upgrade to for the other fields, because we're going to be doing a bit more raking now with the extra grass field on field 7 there for the BGA, so it might be beneficial to have something just a wee larger. I think after we finish this field, we'll definitely do that. It'll make our lives just a wee bit easier for that kind of stuff. Like I said, the Big M could be another option too. That'd be like a 13-meter rake and mower, but we'll wait on that for a little bit longer here. Alright, so it looks like our truck is full here. It's going to go ahead and just drop us off on the side of the field over here. What I've been doing the whole season, or the whole time, is been dropping off at the close to the course that I have recorded. Basically, I recorded a course that would go from here to the dairy farm, and then it would go back to not back to the dairy farm, but it would go to the dairy farm, to this farm, then to the sell point, basically. So that's what I have right now. That's how I have it set up, at least. Alright, let's go ahead and unload these right about here. Is it good? It's kind of out of the way. Excellent. Put this back on the course, or I say back on the following. Pick up that bale that I missed a while back, and then we'll go back down here and pick up the other bale, and that'll be that, I think. Yeah, so I think next episode what we'll probably do is we'll probably pick up a bigger rake, windrow or whatever you call it, so that we can, be a bit more efficient. But we'll definitely have to. We won't be able to use the Oliver for raking anymore. Still use it for tedding, but we don't really do much tedding, so it's not really a big deal, I guess. I don't know. So far, the smaller tractors have made it over to the dairy farm. That's basically where they kind of stay now. We kind of outgrew that size of tractor now, so any kind of time when we need them is basically over there. Whether it's for like feeding the cattle. Well, basically, I guess the John Deere's become the corn/water tractor, and then the other one has become the TMR tractor for the time being. It's not really costing us a lot of money to keep them there doing that, so I'm not sure what the maintenance cost is in them. And it looks like, no, we still have lots of time. Well, at least on this tractor, we have lots of time before we have to do any kind of maintenance on it. So, anyways, folks, I think what I'll do is I'll finish this up off camera. It's something you haven't seen before. And we'll see what we'll come back with next episode. Like I said, we'll probably upgrade our... we can do that. I forgot about that. We'll upgrade our rake, I think, next time, and then we'll go from there. So, my name's Iain Robson. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, why don't you go ahead and hit that subscribe button for some more County Line. I'll catch you guys later.